Welcome back to space.
I feel like it wasn't that long ago.
No, it's been like 20 minutes or so.
20 days or so.
20 days.
Minutes,
in-game
hours.
days. I don't know what's going on anymore. But
Time is fluid.
We are less than an hour away from Stellaris Megacorp releasing. How does it feel?
That feels pretty cool. I mean, we have been working on this one for quite a while, especially me, because I was for more or less sitting down and prototyping it and designing it while we were still sort of just in the post-release support for Distant Stars. And yeah, I think I've been working at this since at least like around when Distant Stars came out. So it's been a while.
So around PDXCon then, you went up on stage, you said Distant Stars is out in 2 days.
Yes,
and then you went
home.
I
went back and worked on Megacorp.
Yeah, alright. Seems about right.
But yeah, it takes us time to do this big sort of expansion, but I'm very happy with it. In the end, it was... I feel like what we wanted to achieve with the planetary rework, with all these changes, what we wanted to improve, adding more roleplay, adding more ways to diversify empires, adding new ways to play. I think we've met our goals. I think Megacorp has been a lot of fun, and we're getting a lot of positive feedback from people who have gotten a chance to play it, both internally and from like YouTubers and so on. So
absolutely.
I mean, in the end, we'll see. You never know until you hit the release button. So I hope you all do like it. But
absolutely,
so far I'm feeling good.
I mean, we've been getting both good feedback on the Megacorp expansion,
but
also on the free patch 2.2 Leguin.
Yes, that is correct.
Which contains a lot of the big rework stuff.
A few small changes.
A few, some
minor tweaks.
Tiny adjustments. But we're going to get into those later. We're also going to be answering a bunch of questions. So if you have any questions, just type at Paradox Interactive and we'll
I'm sure there won't be any.
No.
I'm sure everything is crystal clear.
Everyone knows everything.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and boot up as a Megacorp.
Alright, there we go.
I'm doing it. I think this is full. Yes.
So I think I said this on an earlier stream, but I have a new favorite way to play. Used to be Termin Exterminators. Now, it's Criminal Heritage.
Yep. I mean, it's even better if you combine it with Gospel of the Masses, but then you become a subversive cult.
It didn't really tickle my fancy. I understand it was my first playthrough. But I more relate to the sort of nitty-gritty mafia, sort of the oh my god, what is the Japanese mafia called? The
Yakuza?
The Yakuza, thank you. And stuff like that.
Alright, so you want to play Yakuza 0 rather than Cultist Simulator?
Sure, yeah. So
no, I feel like my heart and soul definitely belongs with the cults and the god complexes there.
I mean, I'm more of a materialistic player and you're spiritualistic.
Indeed.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm just going to quickly sort of run through the big features of the expansion. We're not going to cover the patch features because A, there's a lot of features. We don't really have time. And B, there is a lot of material out there about the patch features. There is a dev diaries, there is a summary, there is various YouTubers have made videos. There is just a lot of... We have posted the full patch notes.
I also have we're getting a guest in. Mr. Kumakun himself.
Oh.
He's going to come in and talk about the new sounds.
But will he be wearing the bear suit?
I mean, it's his skin, right?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, it's bear skin. And then sometimes he puts on a fake human skin.
Yeah, of course.
To pretend that it's not a bear.
Yeah. Whenever he has when he looks like a bear, that's when he takes off his human skin.
Yeah, he's in costume.
do you want to show up as your true self, or do you want to be in costume? I'm not gonna force you to take off your costume.
It's fine.
I don't think we have a chair down back here. So
we do. Yeah. Just.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
And I think, is this plugged in? Nurgle? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
All right. Well, you can hear.
Yeah, I can hear. I'm hearing myself.
Progress.
All right. So there's new sounds in Megacorp.
Yes, there is. Since we have a new interface layout and so on, we've been working on rehooking all the UI sound, creating new ones for all the new planet tile views, and much more stuff, right? And we have some cool sound effects for the mega structures.
We have some awesome new advisors.
Yeah, those. Oh yeah,
I am so happy with them. So there's 3 new advisors in the Megacorp expansion. There is the Rootless Conglomerate.
To live is to consume.
My favorite.
As the learned say, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is also mine.
Oh man,
That's so good.
yeah.
Multidisciplinary customer satisfaction
we're gonna run through all
specialists
of them.
are always just a click away.
Yes.
Don't hesitate. Discover limitless possibilities with Megacorp today. Megacorp. The future is our present.
Nothing sinister about it at all.
No.
The Ruthless Conglomerate is my favorite because whenever anything happens, he goes, boom, we found something. Boom, we built something.
Yeah,
It's
during the
great.
recording session, in the douche me like emerge. I'm like, dude, come on, can you add some more boom to it?
Yeah, more boom.
I want to have more boom.
It's like, alien life discovered. Hey, can we monetize this?
And one of my favorite takes is when you're finding space-faring entities. It's like, yeah, what is that? And how can we make money from it? And the worker, I really love the worker as well.
Yes.
Workers of the galaxy, unite. You have nothing to lose but your restraining fields.
It's so good.
Yes. They're almost as good as Dash Buy-In.
Oh, yeah.
Almost, but I mean, nothing will ever quite compare. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
here,
I
but-
think we need to do an action iteration updating all those video lines because it's how long was it we added this the buy-in here?
I think that was 1.5.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
We need to sort this out.
We need to update that, and also I do remember a certain promise of a Glear.
Yeah, no, that's right. We need to write on the script for that. But I've been thinking about adding a Glear to the game.
Okay.
Since we have a buy-in there as well.
Yeah, sure.
So from
Gothenburg.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that's the way we got to do it. I know people have been asking for a History Whiz advisor, and what I told them was, if you want it, write the script.
Yeah.
And a Friday we'll just record it.
We'll get him drunk and record it.
Yeah, no, but we need a script. Otherwise, every line will turn into a podcast episode of all the strategic movement. So
Absolutely.
So hostile fleet detector turns into like a monologue with histories.
There were also have you seen the Temple and Institute's videos of the Dev Clash?
No, I have not actually.
You should go to youtube.com/Paradox Interactive and check them out.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the comments were asking us to make the narrator into an advisor as well because she has a really good voice.
Hey, I'm all down for community suggestion.
All of the advisors everywhere.
Yeah, look, advisors might be my favorite thing about Stellaris. It's very shallow, but it might be my favorite thing.
It's great.
It might be one of my favorite things as
Yeah,
well.
I
I
agree.
might be shallow as well about it. I wonder why.
It's so good.
I
really
like
love
that
them.
suggestion, a blondie advisor.
Blo-
Someone said it would be a terrible advisor, which is true.
Keep giving you wrong information.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how to play the game.
Or we can always take the blorg from our PDX-com
Like-
videos as an advisor.
Planet invasion failed. That's a good thing, right?
Oh,
What is that?
yes, I'm going to write this now, and then we'll record it on Friday.
I shared
I was
a
sleeping.
master document for the marketing, so you can just go in and take the template I have for all the videos.
Yes.
So I have a template done for all this stuff.
Oh, dude,
Lovely.
send that to me. I will write this, and we'll record it tomorrow.
Of course.
It feels like we're gonna need to have just a launch command that unlocks all sorts of alternative advisors.
Yeah.
And you can pick from those.
Yeah.
/buy-in will not be enough anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
No, honestly, I think that would be great. But they have to be launch options.
Yes.
We can't put them into an actual game because they have to be.
You have to
Easter
work
eggs.
for it.
Yeah. you
Yeah,
have
and
to
I mean,
work
if you want the Easter eggs once, you have to work for them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
It should not
No
be
freebies.
easy.
Because when I first played Megacorp, I was like, yeah, I really like this ruthless conglomerate guy. So I picked him, went into the game. First thing that happens is dags att blada. I was like, no, I forgot to turn off my end.
The correct reaction to that is excellent.
But I really wanted to use the new guy. I was like,
But what, were you disappointed hearing me? Like,
well, I was disappointed it was so Södermalm that...
All right, anyway.
We also have new music though, while you're here.
Yes, we do have new music.
yeah, 4 new tracks by the composer Mayer.
Yes, can we actually have one of them playing?
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
play
the Dev Clash song. I think we should play. I don't. It's called something.
March of the Prophets.
March of the Prophets.
Not the Prophets. March of Prophets.
Sorry, it's my accent.
Yes.
I have a pin-pen merger.
Yeah, no, but
PM.
we have the tracks. They are in the music player in the game, of course, but we're not hearing the indie music.
No.
All right. But while we're starting that, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the paid features in Megacorp. So, of course, the main feature, sort of the headline feature, is actual Megacorps. Yes. And what that means is that we have a new authority. It's called Corporate. It works pretty similarly to Oligarchic in terms of how you get your ruler. And it comes with a couple of benefits. First of all, you get a higher administrative cap, which means you can support more systems before you get a tech penalty and so on. But you also get much higher penalties, which means that it is not an authority if you want to grow wide.
No.
It is not an authority for conquering, owning lots of direct territory. That is not what it's for.
Yes. I know we weren't going to go through the patch features, but maybe since it's relevant, we should explain what Empire size is. Since that's
Sure.
It's not new, but it's been made.
Fair enough. So
transparent.
Empire size is, it used to just be that for every more or less planet you got and every system you got, you would get a tech penalty. Now, but it was sort of hidden from the player. You could see it in certain tooltips, but there was no summary of how it worked. Empire size is now actually shown to you up here. This is your empire size, and it's generally it's not a good thing. Like, there is no benefit to high empire size. Rather, it's essentially how big and sprawling is your empire, so how much time and effort do you need to spend, like spread technology, ideas, etc. So what it means is that if you go over administrative cap, which is essentially the empire you can manage without any problems, you will get penalties. However, the point of empire size is not to always stay under your administrative cap. Because just like the old version, because by that logic, you should never have grown beyond your home system in the old version. So you do want to do that, but it's more that you want to be mindful of the penalties you take and the fact that you will actually get a return on them. So you shouldn't just sprawl in every direction for no particular reason. Yeah. And also you want to show that to the player. So Megacorps take more of a penalty from being really big.
It has had the unintended consequence of, since people know more about it. Yeah. People have been less.
Yeah, I actually changed it so that it showed the penalties in a yellow text instead of red text, because it seems to psychologically help people. Absolutely. But ultimately, again, you're not supposed to stay always under your administrative cap. That's not the point. And if you're always trying to do that, you are playing badly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we will just have to find a good way to explain that.
Yeah.
If you hear one of the new tracks as well in the background.
Yes.
Crank that stuff. Almost swore.
And I want to add another thing we did with the music.
Yeah.
Martin, we had a pause to the soundtrack as well in game, right?
Yeah.
So that was the thing. We wanted to make sure that we have a lot of music that is great in Stellaris, but we don't want to bore the player too much. We have to constantly play music. It gets a little bit tiring to do that from time to time.
And this is of course part of the free update, is that there's just small tweaks, so sometimes we'll get a little bit of silence between the tracks. Yeah. Not that very often, but sometimes.
Yeah, exactly, to give a natural pause to the whole thing. So you will get to hear more of it. So the sound design will play during those kind of breaks in the soundtrack, and I think it's a nice thing to just add. It's a simple minor tweak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to highlight it as well, so people don't get too surprised when they happen.
I was initially.
Anyway, Megacorps.
Yes.
So if you don't want to talk more audio, I can.
Sure.
Thank you
for coming by.
Yes, sorry.
No worries. Sorry for interrupting stream.
No. We asked you here, and we wanted you to talk, but yes, we will have to talk about the features, because otherwise we're going to run out of time.
Exactly, and I don't want to do this. So
thank you, Kumakun.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
All right, so we are back to talk more about the Megacorp features.
Yes. So Megacorps, they, in addition, or rather, what they get and sort of compensate for the fact that they can't grow very big, or rather that they're not very good at growing very big, they can establish branch offices. So what they can do is that if they have a commercial pact with another empire, which is essentially a diplomatic agreement to sort of trade pact, you can build a branch office on their planet. There is one type of Megacorp that can do that without actually having a commercial agreement, which is the criminal syndicate, which is sort of their special power. They can't actually form commercial agreements with people because they don't conduct their business openly. They're like the mafia, essentially.
Is it beneficial to form a trade agreement, a commercial agreement, even without establishing?
Yes. A commercial agreement will basically give you income based on the size of their trade network, and you will get income, and they will get income based on the size of yours. Okay. So it's you always get something from it, but it's more beneficial to enter into trade agreements with empires that have a lot of trade income, which is also why you can't do it with the stalls, because they don't have trade value. And if you want to learn more about trade value, there's a whole dev diary about that, so you should go check that one.
Yes.
Anyway, so besides the fact that you get that income, you can also build branch offices, which is like you are essentially building a little bit of a enclave, or what do you call it, a branch office on someone else's planet. And no, not Grow Oyos. I'm not even sure what Grow Oyos would do exactly.
Probably nothing.
Grow Boys. Okay, so if you have a branch office on someone's planet, you will get an amount of income dependent on the trade value of the planet. So you want to build your branch offices on essentially highly populated worlds, capitals, worlds with a lot of trade, a lot of civilian economic activity going on. You don't want to build them on remote mining colonies because they do add to your empire size. So you are effectively going to be paying a penalty for every branch office you establish, so you want to make sure it's worth it, but they can make you a lot of money. In addition to the income you get, if there's a lot of pops on the planet, you can also build special corporate buildings. Corporate buildings, at least in the case of normal Megacorps, give benefit both to you and to the planet owner. Essentially, anything a corporate building produces or gives as an empire modifier, you get. Anything it does on the planet, they get, but that can also be beneficial for you. For example, let's have a look at the commercial forum. So the commercial forum will increase the branch office value, but it will also provide a merchant job.
Yes.
And the merchant job will add trade value, and this will be beneficial both for the planet owner and for you, because trade value translates into branch office value. So the commercial forum is essentially more money.
More money for everyone.
More money.
Yes. However, if you're a criminal syndicate, things are a little bit different.
Yes, your buildings still provide a benefit for the owner of the planet, but they also provide a lot of crime. And they can try and deal with that by essentially cracking down on the crime, trying to shut down your branch office, or declaring war on you to kick you out, or they can strike a deal and just accept the crime in exchange for the benefit you get. There's a few different ways of dealing with it.
And when you're a criminal syndicate, it is important for you to have the crime at a high level on your branch offices, because not only does it increase the amount of money you get based on the trade value of the planet, but also if it goes to zero, and it's zero for quite a while, or it's very low for quite a while, you can get kicked out.
You can get shut down by the local police. You definitely want to keep crime up on your criminal branch offices.
So that might be a really something you have to be strategic about.
Yes.
If you know someone already has a bunch of enforcer jobs on that planet, even though there aren't that many population, say that there's only 30, so you can only build one building, you might want to hold off until it hits 50.
Skip over that planet or wait until you have a better option, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's pretty much Megacorp. There's obviously more to them, and there is a whole dev diary about them as well. There's a lot to dig into, but we only have a pretty limited amount of time.
Yes.
I'm thinking, before I hop on to the next feature, shall we take some questions?
Yeah, sure. Establishing branch offices on penal colonies as criminal syndicate is a lot better.
That would be a good thing to do, probably. Yep. I mean, it might not be that profitable depending on what the penal colony is used for, because it might just be a like bleak mining colony and might not have much trade value, but penal colonies do get more crime from everything, including criminal syndicate branch offices, so it would probably not be a branch office getting shut down anytime, if you put it like that.
Yes. In regarding to not opening up branch offices on remote mining worlds, does that mean I can open a branch office on every planet?
Yes.
Or only the home
You can
worlds?
open a branch office on any non-Gestalt, non-Megacorp, normal type Empire planet.
Yeah. No Fanatic Purifiers.
No Purifiers, no Fallen Empires, no Hive Minds, no other Megacorps, etc. But essentially any normal Empire like these guys who are just, you know, xenophobic isolationists. But like I said, if you're criminal syndicate, you can just do it. It costs more if it's far away. If you're a regular Megacorp, you actually have to ask.
Yes. Let's see. We've answered that. Have you did that? It's not.
I mean, so someone asked if you have considered making planet size a soft cap instead of a hard cap at 25, but there is no more size cap of 25. Like, you won't find normal planets that are bigger than 25, but that's mostly just because we have balanced it around that. But there's some special planets that are bigger than 25, and Ringworld sections are size 50. There is no longer any sort of actual hard cap limit on planet size. It went out with the tile system.
And the cap basically mostly determines the amount of districts you can have on a planet, but you could mod that.
Yeah, but a size 100 planet can support 100 districts. So it's no longer the case that 25 is a hard cap, but that's gone.
We have Scourge Claw saying, I may have missed this, but is there a way to increase your admin cap?
Yes, there's a few, and by the way, admin cap actually stands for administrative capacity.
Yes.
But yes. So admin cap can be increased a few ways. It can be increased by being a Megacorp, it can increase by some technologies, it can be increased by an Ascension perk and a Civic. I think you get like to an absolute max of 100, which isn't that much. So ultimately, yes, you can get it up a bit, but you will never be able to get it to the point where you can just have the entire galaxy but not have any penalties, because that's the entire point.
Yes.
It's a anti-snowballing mechanic.
Let's see. How do sectors work now?
So sectors work, again there's dev there in this, but we'll cover it very briefly. Sectors are essentially automatically generated from your territory when you have planets that are far enough away, and then other planets will get attached to an existing sector. So they're administrative units in your empire. They are not autonomous, in the sense that they don't have their own little economies like they used to. But you also can't just create or destroy them at will. You can give them resources and turn on auto-build for them, in which case the governor will build things but won't destroy things. So you can use them to sort of offload building up planets if you have a lot of planets. But that's pretty much it.
All right. Let's see. There was a question here I wanted to ask, but I missed it. Has the expansion planner, does that include branch offices for mega corporations?
No, it does not, because the expansion planner is supposed to show you where you want to expand. And I mean, it would have to show every single
planet in the game.
Every single owned planet in the game, which
that's a crazy amount.
I mean, we could possibly add it as a separate tab to that. We're not the worst idea, but yeah, we may do that in the future.
There we go. All right, I think we should move on. Because you had something else, and we'll take more questions during the stream.
Sounds good. So next up, we have the Caravan Ears. So this is a new NPC faction, meaning you can't play as them. And they will generally always be present in the galaxy if you're playing with Megacorp. So the Caravan Ears is a non-hostile third-party faction like the Enclaves, for example. They have a home system, Shores Compass. They have a home station, very blingy. Fancy home station. Very much like the Enclaves, although their station is much nicer looking. And they have their fleets. And what they will do is that they do a couple of things. First of all, they have their trader fleets, like the New Mystic Order and the Racket Industrial Enterprise. There's 3 of these. There will be a maximum of 2 in any one game.
Okay.
And they will travel around, enter the space of like normal empires, and offer them a barter. They might offer something like, if you give me 5 pops, I'll give you a ship.
Yeah.
Or if you give me a lot of resources, I'll give you an atmospheric deodorizer that freshens up your planet.
Yep.
Or so on and so on. And you can either just say yes and trade it, or you can say no. Or you can say, ask me again when you leave in my borders if you need some time to prepare the thing you're trading. And yeah, they will occasionally just offer you barters, which have sort of randomly generated price and randomly generated gain, and they're pretty fun. They give some neat things.
I do enjoy them. They come by sometimes and they're like, hey, you want to give me 5 pops for some alloys? And I'm like, I have 1,000 pops.
Yeah,
sure.
What's a few? Just a few.
Exactly. They're meat anyway.
Yeah. Also, you can talk to them and you can essentially go play in Space Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So, of course, in order to interact with them, you need a premium currency.
Of course.
But this is, of course, a premium currency that you can only buy for energy credits, and you cannot buy energy credits for real money.
Yes.
No worthless dollars are involved. The Caravan Ears are not interested in your paper.
Yeah.
They only take proper, solid fiat energy credits.
Yeah, Earth money not accepted.
No, Earth money is worthless, let's be honest. So, if you buy Caravan coins, let's buy a bunch of Caravan coins.
Yep.
24,000. Then you can play the slots. You can see, if I spend 2,783.92 Caravan coins.
And we got nothing.
Yes, we got nothing.
Pull it again.
Nothing.
Pull it again.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, nothing. Come on.
Hey, we got 500 Caravan coins.
Totally worth it.
Also, yes, chat, no, energy credit is not fiat currency. It's actually the opposite of fiat currency. Dollars is the worthless fiat currency that the Caravan Ears will not accept.
Yes.
So, well, since we are not having any luck whatsoever with the slots, why don't we just go ahead and buy a reliquary instead? So what are reliquaries? Well, they are basically stuff crates.
Yeah. Booty boxes.
Booty boxes. And what's inside? Well, you won't know until you buy it. So,
again, nothing. This happened last time.
Yes. Oh my.
Let's see.
Give me some more Caravan coins. I have to keep gambling.
There is a limit on how often you can.
Yeah, there's a cooldown.
So that's unfortunate.
They took us for. Yeah, they just took us for about 25,000 energy credits, but you can get some really big payouts. It's not always nothing.
No, I think
some of the players in the dev class have been benefiting pretty immensely.
I saw some people, some influencers, testing it out, spending a lot of energy credits on reliquaries and the slots, and ended up quite a bit richer. They were big winners.
Yeah. You're a big winner, you're a big loser. There's no in-between in Chore's Compass.
Nope.
So that's pretty much the Caravan Ears. The reason we added them is because we wanted to add another sort of neutral faction to spice up, or another like an NPC faction to spice up the galaxy, but we didn't want to make it hostile. We wanted to add someone to interact with, and a few more fun ways to sort of spend your resources.
Yep.
Because what's the point of running a galactic space empire if you can't burn the budget on the slots?
Yeah, that's what I would do. Look, once you're swimming in all that trade money, you have to spend it somehow, otherwise it just goes into nothing.
Yes.
Just
of
play
course,
the slots.
You're stimulating the economy.
Exactly.
You're reinvesting into local enterprises.
Yeah, the local, Chore's Compass local. All right.
Okie dokie, so that's the Caravan Ears. Of course, we also have the new megastructures. So, let's see, research all. Oh, Jake.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not. I'm just typing the wrong things.
Okay, good.
Because this keyboard is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
But yes, I curse Jake because he tends to turn this keyboard non-Swedish.
He does that everywhere, and I basically follow him and turn them back.
Okie dokie. So now we definitely didn't cheat.
Nope.
And we're gonna keep definitely not cheating.
So we have a question here about the Caravan Ears. What happens if I were to conquer Space Las Vegas?
Alright, so you can attack them. You can destroy their fleets. You can chase them out of Space Las Vegas. I think you can get some stuff for it. And what will happen is that they will try to re-establish themselves somewhere else.
Okay.
With the permission of another empire, and there's a good chance they will pop back up.
Alright. But you can't take it over and run your own Space Las Vegas.
But in the end, I mean, you can destroy them if you are determined enough to chase them to any corner where they can go and destroy any empire that wants to take them. There's no particular reason to do this, but I have heard several players say they will just on moral principle. Which, you know, is mildly amusing from the perspective of, you know, like a hive mind, eating people, no big deal. Slavery, purging,
gambling though.
Gambling. You've crossed the line. You have just crossed the line.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's how I see the world. Look, if you want to kill people, that's your prerogative. But gambling, nah,
it's not right.
That's for the depraved mind.
Okie dokie. So, galactic wonders. Okay, so I just took a whole bunch of ascension perks.
Okay, should take Master of Nature as well.
I suppose I could do that. Why not?
Show that off.
Yeah. Okay, so now that I have definitely not cheated, I'm just that good that I can build megastructures before the game has gone more than a couple of months.
Yeah, we're effectively playing as a fallen empire at this point.
Well, we're effectively playing as like a omnipotent being because we have access to the console.
Sure. Why not?
Go.
Yes, that was one of the new soundtracks that was playing.
Alright, so I'm just gonna queue up. So the new megastructures work very much like the old megastructures. The way it works is you still have to get the Galactic Wonders perk, but based on what combination of Utopia and Megacorp you have, you can lock it with either. You will get a different configuration of megastructures. You will either get the Utopia megastructures, you will get the Megacorp megastructures, or you will get both.
Yep, there's a lot of mega in that sentence.
Very much mega. A mega amount of mega.
Oh. Can we get a slider for the mega?
And very much like the other megastructures, you just kind of build them. So let's see, we could get a ring world site, we could center array site, we could get a strategic coordination center.
There we go. It's built.
And this is essentially... Oh. Anyway, this is kind of a military megastructure. It gives you... Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh my god, it's so nice looking.
Yeah, so it gives you a big boost to naval capacity, it gives you a big boost to starbase capacity, it gives you the ability to deploy up to 24 additional defense platforms, and a boost to sublight speed. It is a very significant buff to the military capabilities of your empire once finished. You can also build, a mega art installation. So this gives you buff to unity, it gives you a buff to immigration attraction, it gives you... it's also supposed to give you immigration attraction. I think that might not be shown for some reason, but it produces a bunch of unity, it gives you a buff to amenities across your entire empire, so everyone will become happier, and it gives you a bonus to immigration attraction, so more people will move to your empire. It
also gives you a bonus to the rule of cool.
That is very true. It does give you, and that's the most important bonus of all. Yeah. Let's be honest here.
Of course.
Do you see any black holes around here?
Yes.
There.
Several.
The Eye of Baal. So there is a new megastructure which you can only build around the black hole. It is the Matter Decompressor, and it is by far the most scientific megastructure we have made.
Because it's based on...
It's based on science.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, it's entirely based on science. Yeah. So the way it works is...
I totally believe you.
Yes, it's boring. No, it's boring. So, yes, extraction. So the Matter Decompressor, what it does is that it pulls matter out of the black hole.
Yeah.
using the power of science and creates minerals.
Yeah.
With science.
What else would it use?
Exactly.
It's a matter decompressor. What do you think it would use? Faith? Nah.
No, of course. It's using science.
Yeah, of course.
How
much was that?
It's a very hard sci-fi game.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no...
It produces, much like a Dyson Sphere produces 1,000 energy, it produces 1,000 minerals, but it can only be built around a black hole, so...
Yeah,
it will be pretty nice to claim a black hole early on if you want your matter decompressor towards the end of the game. And finally, we have... Ring World Science Lectures, Strategic... Interstellar Assembly, yes.
Yeah.
I must build it in the capital system.
Of course. There we go.
So this is a diplomatic megastructure. Alright, this is the one that... My bad, this is the one that increases migration attraction.
So there's a lot of new things. It's hard to keep track of everything.
Yes, so this gives a massive boost to immigration pools, which makes a lot more people move to your empire. And it is essentially a big place with a special like black hole communicator where everyone can meet and talk about how much they definitely don't get along.
Yep.
And what it does is that it improves the opinion of every other empire towards you.
Okay.
So,
oh, damn. Plus 50, that's not bad.
Yes. So it's pretty damn useful if you kind of want to pull everyone into a big federation with you, or just have all the fallen empires give you gifts and so on. And like I said, it's also very useful for the xenophile immigration playstyle, because the more immigration pool you have when you have a migration agreement, the more you will be taking growth from them and the less you will be giving growth from them. So you can basically be a big vacuuming up everyone's growth and bringing it to your planets.
It seems also really useful for megacorporations, because you might be able to get those commercial pacts.
Yes, it's definitely going to help with getting the commercial pacts, keeping your branch offices open, or just bringing everyone into a federation, since that gives you an automatic commercial pact and lets you build branch offices on all federation members' planets.
Alright, so...
Yes, that is the new megastructures, but of course that is not all, because we also have the Arcology Project. So to do this, I am gonna have to do some remodeling. Tearing down all the mines, tearing down all of the unnecessary things, and clearing the block. So Arcology Project is a new ascension perk that unlocks a decision which allows you to turn your planet into an ecumenopolis, a city world.
I think you mean Ecumenopolis.
I don't think no, I mean Ecumenopolis.
Ecumenopolis.
Ecumenopolis, it's where Sis lives.
Yeah.
So to do this, you must have the Ascension perk, which requires that you have unlocked both tiers of housing technology, and you must have covered your planet in cities. The size of the planet doesn't matter. You can do it to a small planet, you can do it to a big planet. But every single district slot must be filled with cities. No filthy generator mines or agriculture districts.
Oh, I didn't know you had to build cities in all of them.
Yes, you do. So it takes 10 years. It costs 20,000 minerals and 200 influence. It's instant now because they have instant build on.
Yep.
And construction complete.
There we go.
There we go. Layers upon layers of urban sprawl eclipse the globe's crust, and it is done. Sad few years have passed since the start of this grand project. Well,
it's been about 8 days. But it's
already difficult to recall what the surface of Cephas Prime was like. Verdant, rugged, it is all steel now, miles in every direction. A place once molded by chance and unthinking laws of nature, now a design wrought from indomitable purpose.
Yes.
I like that.
So with this, with the Arcology Project active, with the Ecumenopolis, you can no longer get raw materials.
Yeah, all the planetary features are gone. There is only cities now. Any mining, any special resources, any alien pets, any Betharian, you covered it in concrete.
Yep.
But in exchange, you get awesome new Arcology districts.
Yes.
So these are special districts that can only be built on Ecumenopoly. You have the residential Arcology, which you will get in a number equals to 50% of the city districts that you used to have. And each provides 15 housing, so you will already get more housing from half the amount of residential arcologists than from twice the amount of city districts. Each one produces a bunch of clerk jobs. You can build foundry arcologists that provide some housing and a bunch of metallurgist jobs. You can build industrial arcologists for housing and artisan jobs. You can build leisure arcologists, which provides housing, entertainer, and culture worker jobs. And you can also, of course, build buildings. So essentially, this turns your planet into an amazing center of like production. It also gets a 50% bonus to growth and a 20% bonus to all job resource output. Essentially, it becomes the manufacturing center of the galaxy, or at the very least, your empire. But, sorry.
And however, if you were to replace all your planets, or basically put concrete on all your planets in your empire, you're gonna have to do a lot of trading to get your minerals and energy credits. Unless you trade, I guess.
Oh yes, I mean it will consume a lot of raw resources, just to put it like that. A lot of raw resources.
I mean, just look at from one alloy arcology, how much do you get? How many jobs do you get?
I mean, one of these will give you 10 jobs.
Yeah, and I think
it's like and with this one we'll give you 15 housing, and one of these like a founder job consumes, what is it, like 3 minerals?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, imagine that this one is consuming like
that's 30 minerals.
30 minerals
arcology.
Yes, so yeah, you will need a lot of raw resources to feed into this, either by producing them or by importing them on the galactic market.
Yeah, it's I think it adds like the new economy system, and the combined with the Ecumenopolis or just the regular planets, creates a really cool new layer of playing the game that just wasn't in there before. You could play it economically, but this makes it so much more interesting.
Yes. So anyway, speaking on the galactic market,
yes,
shall we talk about the slave market?
Absolutely.
Because we're getting close. We're getting close. It's only 13 or so minutes. Mind you, there's no guarantee it's going to launch exactly.
18.
We have said around 1800.
Yeah, I think we've said that the patch will be at 6, because that one we can control.
Yeah. And yes, the AI should be able to build arcology projects. There is no reason they shouldn't be able to, assuming they have taken the Ascension perk and have the resources.
Alright, let's talk about the slave markets.
Yes.
We need to found the galactic market for that to happen, though.
And also, for anyone wondering what Mastery of Nature does, it does this. It is a decision that costs... This is not, of course, Megacorp. It is...
Utopia.
Yes, Utopia. I don't actually remember if it's Utopia locked or not. It's an Ascension perk anyway. But it gives you a decision that costs a little bit to do and adds 2 max districts permanently on the planet. Anyway, the slave market. So, unfortunately, I don't really remember the command to unlock this. If one of the developers is watching, then I would love to get the event we need to unlock the galactic market on. Actually, I guess we could just load up the DevClash save.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the DevClash save is old.
Yes.
But let's try it.
But it should work. It should technically work.
Yeah, the galactic market definitely works in that one.
Yes, so let's
it
load
would
up.
be that one. Oh, poor the UNG.
They're doing fine.
Oh, no. Delete this now. Nope. Ah.
Okay, loading map pathways.
Yeah, this is my favorite song from the... I've heard it so many times as well, because of
March of Prophet.
The March of Prophet. Da-dum. Alright. So, actually,
yes.
Chain of Progress, perfect.
All hail Steve.
All hail Steve.
Right, so
we are in a slaving empire now.
Let's look at the slave market. So the slave market will let you buy and sell pops.
Yes.
And you can actually sell either slaves, and by slaves we mean fully... either fully enslaved species or enslaved or pops that are born enslaved in empires with slavery civics. So that's something if I could actually quickly clarify, because people have been wondering it, is if you have slaver guilds, who gets enslaved? And the answer is that no pops will get like enslaved or unenslaved, but rather what will happen is that pops are born either free or enslaved, and whether they're born free or enslaved depends on how many enslaved pops there already are on the planet. And it will try to keep a ratio of 40%, but if you say institute slaver guilds in an empire where everyone is already free, nobody will be enslaved because everyone is already free. Anyway, so I could go to our capital, the chain of progress, and I could say, oh, this is a sector actually, so I could say I want to sell, because you see we have a bunch of enslaved pops, and I want to sell this pop.
Yeah, he's a farmer, we don't need food right now.
Yeah, you know what, let's sell a whole bunch of pops. And what this will do is that the pops we choose will be put on the market, and they will have a price essentially determined by the traits and so on.
Okay.
And then they will sit there until someone decides to buy them.
Alright.
And it is possible for anyone to buy these pops from the market, but it's more expensive to buy from slaves on the market if you are not a slaver.
Ah.
They take a higher price from filthy egalitarians that, you know, just want to emancipate the pops. You know, they're willing to do business, but ultimately they are contributing to decreasing the supply of vital goods across the galaxy.
Sure.
So you gotta charge a little bit of a premium for that.
Yeah. I mean, it increases prices because it lowers supply.
Yes. And it should also be quite possible to switch to Cupiders. We can look at the market and we can say, hey, these are the people for sale. And we'll have to say, hey, what do I want them? So I'll buy this chained. And she is now on Cupido and free.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
But we should also actually be able to sell slaves, I think, because I think this empire has robots. Yes.
Ah, robots.
Because this is the other thing you can do with the market. You can also sell robots.
There we go.
As long as these robots do not have citizen rights, so they're either non-sapient or enslaved synths, you can also buy and sell robots, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Robots, not like robots have souls anyway.
No. Does that work the same as the slaves that you would have an increased cost if you're not a slaver?
It should work the way that robots always cost the same. Okay. That's how it should work. I can't answer that straight away because I haven't actually looked into it. I'll go ask QA afterwards.
Alright.
But yes, that's how it should work. That they just cost the same more or less, regardless. Alright, yeah, and the slave market essentially lets you take excess pops and sell them, or it also very much buffs the barbaric despoilish lifestyle and anyone with the abduction ascension perk, because you can go somewhere, you can abduct their pops and you can put them up for sale and make a killing.
Yeah, we didn't really see that, but we saw a similar tactic by the Omni Codex in the first session, I think, of the Dev Clash, or first and second, where they took some planets, moved all the pops away, and then gave back the planets.
Yes. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And there's been some cases of other pops being sold, like, I believe the Aeternum put a bunch of unwanted pops up for sale when, you know, they ended up with some, humanoid pops that didn't really know what to do with. Of course, the Potestu have been selling, the Church of Chains have been buying.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of economic activity going on.
Yeah, which is... it's a lot of fun. It's not as visually apparent, but it's a lot of fun.
Yes, and the basic market, is an entirely free feature, but the slave market is a part of Megacorp. So you get this regardless in 2.2, but if you want to be able to join the prosperous pop trade, then you will need Megacorp appropriately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Anyway, so as I was saying before that brief interruption, there is a new civic which is part of Megacorp. There's actually several new civics which are part of Megacorp, but the one that most significantly changes the game is called Shared Burdens. Shared Burdens is a civic that requires fanatic egalitarianism, and it's basically a classless society civic. You still have the stratum because we still want to keep them in terms of organizing which pops are doing what. Because if this interface just has one like a list of all the pops, it wouldn't be terribly useful. So you still have the ruler, specialists, and workers. The difference is that under shared burdens, everyone is equal. And I do mean that. Everyone gets the same political power, everyone gets the same amount of consumer goods, everyone gets the same say in government. There is no difference in material living standards or political power between pops, regardless of who they are and what they do. It is the total equality civic.
Yeah.
It also locks you out of basically taking any of the non-equal living standards because you have a shared burden, but you can go utopian abundance.
Yeah.
That is the one and only living standard you can switch to, which is even more, well, it's basically Star Trek, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or rather, it's basically the Federation or the culture.
Yeah, I wouldn't call the Klingons utopian abundance.
I don't know what you're talking about. There is an abundance of honor.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's super expensive. It means everyone costs 1 times consumer goods, which is said that the rulers get in a regular empire. But it also makes anyone incredibly happy, and it makes unemployed pops produce unity and research points. So you don't actually have to worry about unemployment at all, because everyone gets what they need and has free time to spend thinking about things. And there's a few more things, but I think we have pretty much covered the paid features.
Yes,
so we'll just answer some questions until things hit.
Absolutely. We're getting there. Let's see. People are happy about communism in Stellaris. Let's see. Make sure you use @Paradox Interactive so we can catch your questions. We have questions here about the future, but I think we're going to focus on the present.
Yeah, we're going to focus on the now.
Let's see. Are the cost for the Caravan Ears scaling or universal?
I'm actually not sure. I think they scale a little bit, but I'm not gonna. I know they're a bit randomized, so I'm gonna pass on that one. And if you ask it on the forum, I'm sure someone will be able to enlighten you.
Yes. Can you terraform Ecumenopoli into high worlds or machine worlds?
That should indeed be possible. I'm pretty sure we added those. It should be possible, and I'm pretty sure we added those terraforming links. It is definitely intended to be possible. Whoa.
Let's see. What is your favorite feature in 2.2 or Megacorp?
It is in 2.2. I can answer for both. In 2.0, it is definitely the planetary rework. I mean, I'm a bit biased because I worked a lot on it myself.
And it's a pretty big feature.
And I designed it and so on, and it's the big feature. But it's just, I love just the variety you have now, the way things are reflected in your planets, how planets just don't stop growing, the sort of simulation, the aspect of it, feeling like your planets are actually living places full of different people. That is the big reason I did it, and I feel like we achieved it. And I like it a lot.
Yep. And what about Megacorp?
For Megacorp, it is definitely the Megacorps, and specifically it's the criminal syndicates.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, the funny thing about the criminal syndicates is actually a case where this wasn't originally planned. It was just that someone, because we were crime, someone was like, what if we add a criminal heritage civic? It was like, but what should it do? I will figure that out later.
Okay.
And then you're just like, but what if they did this? I do believe we're getting some company. Yep. I do believe things might have released.
Well, we're still waiting to see. People are standing by. We're about to release any minute now.
Either that, or you're all here to tell us that we decided to just cancel the updates.
Yeah. It's cancelled, right?
Yeah, it's cancelled.
We found the bug.
We're rolling back to 1.0.
Well, I was going to cancel it, but I decided, no, we're actually releasing it. It's live now, folks. Let's do this thing.
That's nice.
Yes, so in just a minute or so, we are going to be releasing. Let's continue with the favorite Megacorp or patch 2.2 feature. Let's start over here.
Oh, wow. Not expecting that.
Someone else then. Ilya.
I can go for POPs and old population simulation because I was missing that in our games. I like this personal connection that our POPs earn different things and work different jobs. That's my favorite feature.
All right.
I think more space piracy is good. There was a severe lack of space.
Very specific and an interesting answer.
Yes. Interesting.
So when will we see your design for playing as a pirate empire?
Well, I'm not saying I have one already, but maybe.
All right.
Syndicates are where it's at.
We are actually live now.
Oh.
Megacorp is released.
All right.
So.
Do it.